Hello, I'm back. How's it going? I just want to say, before getting into everything, thank you to everybody that has been watching my stuff and subscribing. I'm at 10 subscribers now, which is really exciting for me. I mean, to some folks that may seem like a tiny number, but the fact that 10 people want to watch my stuff, and my last video that I uploaded got at least 10 views, so that means that the 10 subscribers I have are watching my videos, which is nice, so thank you guys. Anyway, getting into the subject. Now that everything is kind of opening back up, one of the things that I have been anticipating opening back up are thrift stores, more specifically the thrift store in my town. The reason for that being is, I said in my last video that I lost like 75 plus pounds, and you know, with that happening, obviously most of the clothes that I have don't fit me anymore. So I have to basically buy almost an entirely new wardrobe, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but also a bit annoying because some shirts that I haven't worn in a long time I can't really wear because they fit like a sheet, and not like in a flattering cute way, in like a, oh, that doesn't fit type of way. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but also it gives me a chance to kind of reinvent my style. So yeah, I noticed a couple of days ago that obviously the thrift store in my city had opened back up. So I trotted over there and picked up a couple of things. So we're gonna go over some of the things I picked up. A lot of it is obviously clothes, because that's what I went there to get, but I also picked up some non-clothing items as well. Yay. So I'm gonna start with the non-clothing items first, just to get that out of the way. The first thing here is a book. Now these, raise your hand if you remember the Dear America book series when you were a kid, because I do. I remember being obsessed with Dear America books and the Royal Diaries books, like any of these diaries books. Oh my gosh. I remember my favorite Royal Diaries book was Cleopatra. Love that book so much. And obviously I had a bunch of these Dear America books. Now, this one had always been the most interesting to me. So this is A Picture of Freedom, the Diary of Clotie, a Slave Girl. This is set in Belmont Plantation, in Virginia in 1859. So literally, like, I think it was 1865 the Civil War started, so before the Civil War. Hi, Editing Alice here. So I just want to clarify, I do know that the Civil War didn't start in 1865, it ended in 1865. It started in 1861. So the book takes place a year before the Civil War. Okay, back to the video! In the midst of slavery, written from the perspective of a slave. Now this is of course historical fiction, but it's still nonetheless educational and a really great book. I started reading it. This is another thing I like about the Dear America books, is they come with their own bookmark. Okay, other books step it up. This is amazing. And it also kind of gives that sort of like, this is a diary sort of feel. As you can see, I'm like kind of midway through. This has almost 200 pages, and I stopped at page 109. And even though this is made for kids, pretty much, I mean, this was in my elementary school library, so it's kind of made for kids. It's still really interesting, and I don't feel like I'm reading a kid's book, if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm reading a kid's book because obviously I read this as a kid, but it doesn't feel like that. It's not, you know, it doesn't take me out of it in any way, and it's still a really interesting read, and I find myself just not wanting to put this book down, because it's just so cool. Me again. This is the last time, I promise, but I just want to clarify, when I say that it's so cool, I mean the book, not slavery. Slavery, not cool, and the things that happen to Clotie and other characters in the book, also not cool, but the book itself and the book series, very cool, very interesting. Okay, continue enjoying the video. Thank you. And there's a whole, like, heap of these Dear America diary books. I recommend everybody to read the Dear America book series, read the Royal Diary series. They're all super fascinating, but more specifically, read this one because it's really good. And yeah, enough rambling about this book. I really like it. Let's move on to the next thing. Next thing is a bunny friend. So, I saw on a little shelf, it was actually right next to where these books were, there was like stuffed animals everywhere. And I'm the type of person that if I see a cute stuffed animal, I can't resist it. And it was literally an entire shelf full of cute stuffed animals, and one of them was specifically bunnies. And I stood in front of it and I was like, well, I know I'm gonna leave with one of you, so which one is it gonna be? And a couple of them caught my eye, but more specifically this one, because I have a lot of little bunnies. I have a bunny for any type of mood I might be in. I have big bunnies, I have little bunnies, I have blue bunnies, I have pink bunnies, I have bunnies that smell like chocolate, and bunnies that smell like cotton candy. I have many bunnies. It's a problem, but it's also not a problem. You know what I'm saying? So this one caught my eye specifically because this is just like a work of art. She's super, like, I guess you could say lanky, very long-limbed type of gal. And I've been wanting like a very kind of lanky, long-limbed bunny to just kind of romp around, sit down on a shelf somewhere, and just have a good time. And also, you know, she's a bit of a fashionista. I'm kind of jealous. Like, there's this beautiful fabric that makes up her outfit with these two little ribbon motifs. I'm living for this. Little bow there in her, I almost said in her hair, on her ear. Oh, are her ears? What? No way. Her ears have little wires in them. Whoa. Now that's freaking cool, man. That's so cool. Yeah. So she was another one of my little pickups. I had to. You can call me a child all you want, okay? I am 21 years old, over here talking at length about my little bunny stuffed animal that I purchased, but you know what? This makes me happy, okay? And I am never going to sacrifice what makes me happy for the approval of other folks. Sorry about it. Moving on. Last up in my little non-clothing section are a couple of records. Now I get a lot of interesting records from that thrift store for super cheap. Like all of these, I think the most expensive one was literally $3. So, you know, and the least expensive was $1. So $1 to $3 for pretty rare and interesting, even borderline oddball records. I think that's fair. I think that's nice. There are even a couple records in there that I passed up because I was on foot and I didn't want to buy too much because I knew I would have to carry it home. And so I didn't get carried away. I only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 4 records here. So the first one here is Richard Strauss. This is a suite from DeRozan Cavalier? Is that how that's pronounced? Let me know. Thank you. The thing that caught my eye was obviously this nice little soft art piece. This is like, this and the music with it are just an entire movie. I love this. Even though it may not be the most historically accurate, I don't really know. It's still beautiful. And this was $2. Next one, this was actually the first one that I laid my peepers on that I liked. And this is Romantic Strings Play, Music for Dreaming. And look at the art on that one, yeah. And I actually, when I got home from my little thrift shop adventure, I put the needle to this one and I sat and I read that Dear America book, and I don't think I could find a better way to spend an afternoon. When it says music for dreaming, they are not they're not fibbing, okay? Because this, the music included, here's what's included on both sides of the record. And these pieces all make me feel like, it makes me feel like I'm in this scene, just sitting by a tree, daydreaming. It's lovely. Honestly, guys, if you want to have a good afternoon, find a record of a miscellaneous classical pieces, put the needle to that baby, open up a nice book, and just revel in life's splendor. Next up is Soul of Music USA. This is a program of the best-known American folk melodies. I can speak English, I promise. So it says this includes spirituals, blues, westerns, folk dances, and work songs. So a whole mishmash of folk pieces. Now, the reason that I got this was mainly because I want to get more into American traditional folk music of all kinds, because obviously I know some of them, I know a few of them, but I don't know enough of them, because I think American folk music is very interesting, it's very varied, so I want to kind of explore that. So what better way to do that than through a nice $1 record from the thrift store. Yay! So this last one is arguably the most interesting, and it has me like, each of my bones is shaking with excitement. This is so cool. I almost exploded on the spot when I saw this. Sorry, I'm being a bit over exaggerative words, but this is exciting for me. So this is The Years to Remember, the most dramatic and important newscasts in radio history, exactly as you heard them when they changed the course of human events. It says on the back here, this brilliant album will recreate for you the march toward World War II and Radio Report's World War II through the original broadcast that kept the nation on the edge of its seat during those incredible days. You will also hear radio's on-the-spot coverage of sports, more thrilling real-life drama from the 30s and 40s. I think something like this is I've not seen it before, and for $3, excuse me, thank you, I would like some of that, please. I love history, and to have something like that to just put on and kind of immerse myself in that time. When it comes to history, I think the more I can immerse myself in someone who lived through it, the better I can come to understand it, which is why I like things like Dear America and obviously records like that, because it helps me do that. It helps me kind of let my imagination run and imagine what it was like to be going through that. Now that concludes the non-clothing portion of this little haul. Now, onto clothing. Before I get started with this, I noticed when I was editing the last video that the light changes quite often from very cool to very warm, and that is quite, it's quite a juxtaposition, but that's just because I'm sitting in front of a window. Huge window that I have in my room is the only decent lighting I have, so, you know, with the clouds being clouds, the lighting will change. I didn't know it changed that dramatically, but wow. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but I definitely did when I was editing the video, so go back and check out the miracle of cloud movements through the lighting in my room. Anyway, clothes. So the first thing here is a bit odd. I didn't go there to buy this specific type of clothing, but I came upon it and I wanted it, so I bought it. And what is it, you ask? Well, gloves. Some nice, wonderful gloves with little zippers on them. Little zippers on them? Oh, okay, I'm here for this. These gloves are, you know, they're gloves. I don't know what to say. They're those nice little dainty gloves that you see like women in those vintage films wearing. The ones where you know, take them off like this, finger by finger, and just... I don't plan on assaulting anybody with these gloves, just want to put that out there, but I have the ability to do so. So watch out. I'm coming for you. I bought 2 pairs. So I bought these with the little zippers, and I also bought a pair that is slightly longer, and they fit me. The ones that are slightly longer fit me a bit better than the ones with the zippers. Boom. These are a bit longer. I don't know how to model gloves. Is it like this? I don't know. These are nice. I really like these, and these are actual vintage, you know, gloves. I'm surprised my hands fit in these, but at the same time I'm not. It says that these fit most what does it say? One size fits teens and ladies. Made in Japan. Fun. I love the look that women in, you know, back in the day had with their little, you know, their little gloves on and everything. I don't know what occasions they really had to wear these gloves. Maybe when it gets colder out, or when they're going to some sort of formal event. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out when they wore these nice gloves. And gosh dang it, I'm gonna wear gloves to those events too, because I got these 2 nice pairs of gloves. They make my hands look magnificent, okay? Wonderful. They do wonderful things for my hands. I feel so dainty. And I'm gonna find an excuse to wear these things. I don't care. I bought 2 pairs, so I'm gonna wear them. Now on to other things. So I also got this little number. Now this is an outerwear piece. It's got these nice little leaf kind of flower. I don't want to say embroidery, but it's sewn into it. It's nice, and it's short sleeve, which is another. It's kind of I don't see many pieces like this. I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm getting that, even though it's an extra large and it fits me like a garbage bag. But if I drape it the right way, it looks nice, and I wanted something to just kind of throw on when it's a little bit cooler outside. Obviously not now, being that it's like 70 degrees out, but maybe when it's like 50 degrees out, I could wear something like this and feel great. This next little shirt I'm kind of iffy about. A lot of these I bought them if I vaguely liked them because A, they're cheap, and B, I really need shirts to wear that aren't the same 3 t-shirts that still fit me. So I just kind of bought stuff so I have things to wear, and I figured if I didn't like it, I can just donate it and somebody can pick it up who would like it. And this, like I said, I'm a bit iffy about. So this it's a mock 2-piece. It's obviously not, you know, it's kind of sewn in like that, whatever. And it's got little zebras on it, and they're drinking water. They're having a good time hydrating themselves. And I saw that and I thought, well, that's cute. I like the little zebra moment there. And it, like I said, I'm a little bit iffy on it because the fit is very, it's very awkward. But at the same time, I can make it work. I can make it work. I have confidence that I can make it work. And if I really feel like I can't, off to the donation pile you go, my friend. So this is another one that's quite a bit big on me. I think this was a large or an extra large, and I wear a medium. But I bought it because, again, I feel like this is such a simple thing that I can just kind of throw on with some jeans. It's a white t-shirt, but it's got this little bow with a tiny rose on it. It's so cute, and this little design thing on the collar. It's cute, it's simple. I can wear it with that little blue cardigan thing. Anything really, and it's nice. It's something that I can pair with other things. I can layer it, tuck it in. Very versatile. This shirt is. Okay. This next one I like a lot, but it's very odd. It's this striped kind of shirt, but something of note is, first of all, the neck hole is extremely small. I feel like I'm trying to fit my head through, I don't know, something small. I can't do my hair or put on makeup before putting this shirt on because it will, without a doubt, be destroyed when I try to put this on, because getting my head through the neck hole is such a struggle, and I don't know why, because this shirt is by no means, it's a large, it's by no means tight on me anywhere, but for some reason, they just made the neck hole really small. Another thing that they did is they put shoulder pads in it. This doesn't really look like the type of shirt that would need shoulder pads, and when I wear it, the shoulder pads don't even really give any sort of effect. So it leads me to believe, like, back in the day, did they just put shoulder pads in everything? Or, because this is basically like a little sweater, like, t-shirt, and it's got shoulder pads in it. I don't know. Like, the dress I wore in the last video, that had shoulder pads in it, but I cut them out. And even without the shoulder pads, you can it kind of still gives an effect because the dress is, you know, sewn and made for those shoulder pads. But this one, they're not even doing anything in the first place, so why put them in there? I didn't even notice that it had shoulder pads when I bought it, too. I thought it was just a hanger that made it feel kind of squishy here, but no, it's shoulder pads. So there's that, I guess. Next one is this little soft yellow and blue moment, and boy is this cute, but this is also quite sheer, so I'm going to have to find some sort of like tank top or something to wear underneath it, but that's fine with me because it's cute and I have one more shirt that I can wear, so you know. This next one is one of those things that I actually came in there specifically wanting to find, and that is a nice little light jacket, because maybe about a week ago it was still chilly enough to warrant wearing a jacket, but nowadays when it's like 70, 80 degrees out, I can't wear this jacket, but that's okay because I have it for when it cools down. The jacket I was wearing was like an old windbreaker that I also thrifted, but it's black and it doesn't fit my style anymore. And when I'm wearing something like this that's very, like, you know, cream colored, floral, cute, with like just a stark black jacket, it kind of throws the whole vibe off. But if I were to wear it with something like this, now we're talking. I mean, this is clearly something that probably belonged to somebody's grandmother, but hey, whoever's grandmother that was, she had a nice sense of style. Now this is a little big on me, and I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure that'll fit. If it's a little small, that's okay. But I didn't expect it to be, you know, super big, but that's okay because I'd rather have a jacket fit me like a sheet than a shirt, because a jacket I'll wear for like, what, 10 minutes tops when I'm walking from my workplace to my ride home, or from the car to the house, you know, or from my house to the grocery store and then back. You know, I'm not going to be wearing it for super long, so it doesn't need to be anything spectacular. I'm gonna take this off now because it is hot out and I can't put my fan on when I'm filming because my sheet that I put in the background gets in the way. So wearing a jacket when it's already hot in my room turns out not a good idea. Alright, this next set I had my eye on and I thought it was something that it isn't, but I don't know, so I'm just gonna show it to you. It's this white little jacket with what I thought was a skirt, but turns out it's a pair of shorts. I can guarantee somebody's mom wore this. This actually, I still have the tag on it, so this is a whole mess of weirdness. So this jacket, you can see the tag, it says it's size 10, right? But then the shorts, which this is a part of a set, but the shorts, I don't know if you can even see that. The shorts are a size 8, which is like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. And I got this for $15, right? But the original JCPenney tag is still on it. And they were out here selling this for $54? What? JCPenney? I would not pay $54 for this. What does that say? Hot white. Ooh, mama, you bet. It was discounted quite a few times. Down to $6.97. And I ended up getting it for $15. Now, I thought this was like a jacket type of moment with a skirt. Until obviously I got it home and tried it on and realized it's shorts. And the shorts, they have the fit and the length of basketball shorts, which is, you know, as much as I want to convince myself is cute, it's not. The jacket is definitely cute. I love the little jacket. It's got shoulder pads in it, so I feel, I don't know, I'm kind of, it's stuff like this that makes me really, really enjoy shoulder pads, and I don't know why. Like, look at this. Look at this. I look like a lot of different things right now, and I feel like a lot of different things. One of those things is amazing. I love this. I'm not gonna cut the shoulder pads out of this. I'm not gonna touch the shoulder pads in this. I'm just gonna work and live my life with the shoulder pads in it because I like it. The folks that brought shoulder pads into fashion were onto something, and I'm gonna bring it back. Can we, in 2020, please bring shoulder pads back? If you guys don't get on board with this, that's fine, alright? You missed the train to Fashionistabville, and that's your loss, okay? I think this would be much cuter if this was a shoulder pad moment with a nice little, like, almost pencil skirt moment, but I'm thinking perhaps I could make this into a skirt somehow, in some way. That must be possible. So I might venture to do that, and if I can't, yeah, okay, that sucks, I guess. I mean, either way, it is what it is. But that concludes my little thrift store haul. I'm very excited to step out into the world in these new pieces. It's really nice to lose a bunch of weight and have an excuse to buy an entirely new wardrobe for myself and come into myself a lot more through, you know, exploring different styles. It's really great. It's cool. I'm definitely going to be going back to that thrift store again. I love that place. The lady who owns it is super nice. She's so sweet. And they give you discounts. It's a cool place to go. I like it. But I have to limit myself because I always want to go like every week, but I can't because they're not gonna have new stuff every single week. So I have to forego going all the time. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the pieces that I showed off in this video just as much as I did. Let me know what you think. And yeah, more to come.